There we go. Microphone's unmuted. Yeah, I was gonna do some screen caps here of this, and it's like, I should probably just record a video because, yeah, I'm not gonna remember. And I guess there's more down here. Can I click these? Yeah, clicking those does nothing. I have to actually type the buttons. This is gonna be so annoying to navigate. You know what? What if I click this? I have to go up. Ultra settings. Thank you. Have to confirm, escape to go back. Frame generation. Okay, now I want that. I do not want upscaling. Have to verify. Escape to go back. Ray tracing is off. Highest. Okay, what's the next one? Good. Good. Alright, and we're gonna go one more. Motion blur. No, I don't want motion blur on. I don't want that either. Fine, sure. Depth of field. We don't mind volume. We don't mind fog effects. I just don't want fuzzy screens. Variable rate shading. Yeah, alright. So, I think we're good. So, we got that. That looks like it's about all as high as it gets. We are not doing any upscaling or DLSS crud. Yeah, no upscaling, no frame generation. Cutscenes are the same exact ultra settings. So, yeah. And, yeah, again, I can't click those. I have to go like this. And we've disabled HDR because my monitors are not HDR. So. And we've disabled that. So. Again. I'm going to press F. I guess I'm going to escape that. And we're going to escape that. And we're going to go to the benchmark. See how it goes. And while that runs, I'm going to go and feed the fuzzball because I just noticed his dish. He's squeaking at me and his dish is empty.
Find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great!
You bet.
Yeah.
I hope we find them soon.
Look!
Yeah, I'm gonna have to timestamp that too, because I'm not gonna just run the benchmark once and call it.
They're exceptionally agitated. Could they be chasing something?
And mind you, according to the Steam page, the recommended GPU is a 2060, not a 3060. So this should be able to do like everything and all the features and be 60 FPS. You know, according to their specs, but you know, AAA title, day one launch, probably not optimized to run on anything that it exists in the next 10 years from now.
Can you reach it?
I have to try.
I'm coming too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look at the vid to see if this ever went over 60 FPS, but you know, despite what the recommended says on the Steam page about the 2060, you know, if I can back off a couple of settings and not have it look like crud while maybe getting 60 FPS, I could be happy with that. But you know, if I have to like back this off into the point that it looks like an Nintendo NES or an Atari 64,000, that's just not gonna cut it for me. But that will probably be a few hours of going through settings and trying them, and I'm not going to do that on this vid.
Go ahead. Help yourselves.
Yeah, I kind of expected this to just be like a quick 30-second run, or maybe a 1 minute or something like that. Oh, there you go. So average of 35 FPS is pretty damn condemning unless you're on like original PlayStation or Sega Genesis like era stuff. Yeah, this is, that's sad. All right. Do I have to? Okay. You have to press F when you hover over it with the mouse. You can't just left click. You know, I'm kind of. Someone was saying it forgets the settings. Let's see if it forgets the settings. Yeah. And then you can't click those, you have to... Okay, HDR is still disabled, so... And that's still disabled, so... Let's do the benchmark one more time. Make a note to myself, it's like 11 minutes into this vid. Let's see how it goes for a second run.
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great.
You bet.
Yeah.
I hope we find them soon.
The guy keeps diving underneath his little hidey hutch from the food dish. Wow, did I see like something teen there for FPS?
They're exceptionally agitated. Could they be chasing something?
It's a person!
10 something. I didn't notice what the other digit was, but I noticed it dropped down to 10 something FPS.
And crash right into them!
We're still too far away.
Hold on. What's that?
That's all right.
Can you reach it?
I have to try.
I'm coming too.
Nice. Alright.
20s. Ouch. I forget the channel's name. Someone that like tears apart games and looks at what's consuming the most GPU time computing stuff per frame or something like that. But maybe possibly they'll get a look at this. But I mean, between you and me, that grass in the field there doesn't look any better than the original Crysis game, from what I remember, or a few other games that have this kind of stuff. So I have no idea why it's struggling to not do better FPS than Crysis You know, I should probably go and see if I can get the original game onto this computer. See what the original Crysis does on a RTX3060 for the lulz. But, you know, the foliage, it's like, you know, and here in like the desert things, I'm thinking about my experience with Helldivers, the Badlands in 2077, and one other adult game that has a lot of deserts. And those games do this stuff pretty well. Rock pillars off there in the distance, they're kind of flickering a little bit, probably because of draw call distance versus mesh or texture resolution, or just simply lighting quality. LOD-like stuff. I mean, I'm seeing anomalies here and there, but overall, this does look cool. Just a couple of little things that may need a little bit of work, maybe.
Welcome.
Go ahead, help yourselves.
Yeah. So, that's 17 minutes. I should have wrote down, what was that, 11-ish for the first run? Well, like 17 minutes. I hope the actual game is a little more intuitive about you click things instead of you have to hit awkward key combinations to navigate menus and stuff. Let's go again. One more time. Maybe that'll push us up to about 30 minutes for the vid, and then I'll call it there. I mean, overall, I'm slightly more impressed than I thought I would be, seeing how many people are having issues with performance. I'm definitely noticing the stutter on the screen. Almost wonder what the 1% lows are like. That may be the actual, like, breaking point for this.
Aye.
There's so many.
They're exceptionally agitated. Could they be chasing something?
It's a person.
Bring us closer! And crash right into them!
We're still too far away.
What do we do? Hold on. What's that?
That's alright.
Can you reach it?
I have to try.
I'm coming too.
Yeah, it's absolutely got my curiosity. If you can do like jawline tufts on that guy. I don't remember what dinosaur documentary it was, but it was almost like sideburns, except it was along the lower sides of the jaw of the raptors. Looked really cool. Yeah, it looks like there was some effort to not have the blade there clipping through the clothes. But sometimes when you're dealing with oversized swords like that, there's not much you can do. You either have it hovering a good distance away from the back of the character, so there's like just magically hovering behind them, or you have it look like they're actually wearing the thing and it's just gonna clip through the clothes. You know, the side arms in Helldivers are the same way.
Welcome. Please
Go ahead, help yourselves.
I mean, it'd be cool if they didn't end physics on the latest generation of graphics cards, so you could do like draping functions without it being single core CPU. 36 FPS. That is so horrible. Well, without a hardware unboxed video of what setting impacts how much of performance existing yet, is going to be a long time of fussing with settings to try to get that up to 60. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not even seeing like 1% low or anything here, so. 25. I guess I can try. Some games... I'm going to put that over here, maybe, so it's not in the way. Do we have FPS in this? I don't remember if we do or don't. Oh, that's right. I had to get like a plug-in to show the FPS in the other games that I did. Okay, maybe this. There you are. Way down at the bottom. Yeah, we'll go with that. Where is the, I'm looking for the always on top toggle. Always on top right there. Alright, let's see if it goes away. And FPS is...
Okay.
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set
I
up
thought
and ready to
FPS
go.
was there.
And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great.
You bet.
I hope we find them soon.
Frame rate right there. Okay.
Look!
How'd you park?
Aye.
50.7.
They're exceptionally agitated. Could they be chasing something?
It's a person.
Maybe it's not reading right because it's doing the FPS of the HWI window instead of...
We're still too far away.
Do. Hold on. What's that?
That's all right.
Can you reach it?
I have to try.
I'm coming too.
I vaguely remember it flaking out like that with when I was doing just the loop of not touching the controls and letting Helldivers do whatever it was going to do, and it kept dropping me back in facing away from where all the enemies were so they weren't on screen. Alright, so that's pretty much useless. Because I can clearly see with the way that the stutter is that is absolutely not 59 FPS. Yeah, I thought there was like an FPS up here. Or was that GPU-Z? I don't remember. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty much not gonna trust this particular run. Okay, where did GPU-Z go? There you are. Yes, run. Okay. And performance cap. Yeah, I thought certain there was like something here that actually showed the FPS on one of these things, but I guess not. Alright, where's... Always on top right there. Okay.
Welcome. Please
Go ahead.
eat.
Help yourselves.
Oh, I'm sorry to have wasted your time on this run. I thought certain there was like an FPS counter out here somewhere that in one of these yeah, it's just not there. That or I'm blind. So, that was useless. So let's see, if I go back over here, does it actually... Oh! I see some minimums there of like 36. So, if I clear this... let's go to options... yeah, highest and all those stuff. Alright. So it did eventually show a 30-something there on minimum, but... 63... 111... Is it actually gonna follow this time?
Okay.
No. No? Maybe...
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go.
49?
Get started.
This is gonna be great.
You bet.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, that absolutely is not following, yeah, that right there is not following this. Average is 39, not 50.
Aye.
exceptionally agitated. Could they be chasing something?
I'm gonna follow the other settings and stuff going on with the GPU at least, I guess.
Bring us closer! And crash right into them!
We're still too far away.
What do we do? Hold on. What's that?
That's all right.
Can you reach it?
I have to try.
I'm coming too.
I mean, with a game with as much action as this has, from the looks of it, especially fighting monsters, 30 FPS is really, 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 really bad. So that's something where you'd absolutely have to lower the settings on even a quote-unquote recommended GPU. I mean, the worst thing is having stutters in the middle of a fight. And you can't even see what's happening for, like, split seconds. When you absolutely have to be doing stuff. Yeah, that just doesn't work. I mean, concept-wise, with the raptor bird-like creature there, and I like this. I just wish it didn't tank that bad with the FPS. Hey, down into the 20s. It's like, why did I even get a 3060 when I had a GTX 1070 already that also wouldn't be able to do this at 60 FPS? I know. Some people are probably looking at this and going, have you tried not being poor? Oh. I've seen some people with like 5090 saying that things could be better. So I don't think it's a have you tried not being poor issue. Would be nice to eventually have the electric company run another phase down the street so I can get more than 60 amp service, but you know, even with 60 amp service, it's like I don't want that much heat being cranked into my place. I mean, during the winter, it's nice to open up the windows and get fresh air in and have the graphics card keep you nice, cozy, and warm. During the summer, intolerable. Sit right next to the AC unit with it blowing cold air directly on you, and then on your other side you got the graphics card cooking you. Almost like going camping on a cold night, and when you're like next to the campfire and one side of you's being cooked and the other side is frozen.
Go ahead. Help yourselves.
So, I can probably, I hope, possibly reduce the settings a little bit without it looking like absolute junk. And get that up to 60 FPS, like I've done with other games. I'll have to fuss with it. But, what I'm going to do at this point... No, I don't want to restore the... I was in Vortex trying to update some of the skirt and Elfier mods for 2077. I don't need to reopen all those pages. I just want... It should be front page here, right? Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's go there. $70? You know, that's, it's not that bad. But, you know, recommended. You know, minimum used to be what you needed to run at lowest settings and get like 60 FPS. Recommended used to be like high or ultra, you had all the eye candy turned on, and this says that a 2060 should be enough to do that. This is a 3060. So, maybe things will get better if they can be convinced to look at optimizing some of the culling and other things in the engine maybe, but yeah, 1080p, 60 FPS. Medium? This is already 43 minutes. Do I try that? I'm just going to forget all the settings according to what someone else is saying when I fire the benchmark back up, but the thing is I don't want fake frames. I don't want DLSS. I shouldn't be forced to fake it with recommended settings. So, yeah, you have to scroll down to see what the caveat is for their recommended settings. Yeah, that is really misleading. I don't even think so. Make the game run smooth first before you start asking for stupid amounts of money for this stuff. Yeah, even $70 is like really pushing it. This does feel like beta testing days. Still, so. Alright, so medium settings. I'm not turning on frame generation. They can stuff it with that. You know, I didn't pay over $100 for a graphics card. Over $300 actually. Just to fake it. Yeah, let's do this again. Yeah, I guess we can keep that up. We'll go in, we'll set it to medium, and then I'll go and turn off DLSS. Fog and motion blur and depth of field. So that way we can see what things look like in a distance and get an idea of what's going on. Yes, English, please. Did I not say English? Alright. Options. That's right. E and Q to navigate. It's this one, right? HDR. This monitor, down arrow key, and then spacebar to check it, F to verify, escape to go back. This monitor does not have HDR. Okay, so that is medium. Disable that. Leave the other stuff alone. Was it A and D to go over? We don't care about that. Bloom effects. I mean, this isn't J.J. Abrams bad, but so I'm not gonna bother with that. Yeah, I'm using WASD to move up and down, not the arrow keys as well. Hey, this is so awkward to navigate compared to other settings. The screen pace, depth of field. Volumetric fog. Actually, I didn't bother with that. Variable shading rate. Alright, so depth of field is off. Motion blur is off. Shadow distance, render, all that stuff. Okay. And frame generation is disabled. So let's give it a shot. Do we get something closer to 60 FPS? Because from what I recall, if you're getting like 50s, frame generation isn't that bad to bring it up to 60, but bringing it up from 30 FPS is just a no-go. Hard pass, because you're going to be clicking and trying to aim at stuff that's already moved.
Look! I depart! Aye.
How much memory is this using? 5 out of 12. I mean, that really could be. The thing is, if the texture quality isn't at high quality maps,
It's a person.
I mean, some games that makes no difference at all on some graphics cards. Other games, changing the texture map sizes makes a huge difference, even if you have the memory for it.
We're still too far away.
Hold on. What's that?
That's all right.
Can you reach it?
I have to try.
I'm coming too.
Yeah, we're still in the 30s. Frame generation is not good for that. 20s? Are you for real? This is a generation newer than the 2060 they suggest. And they're saying using frame generation to bring 20 FPS up? That don't work! Definitely on GPUs prior to RTX 50 that don't do the 3 extra frames between real frames. I mean, with older graphics cards, RTX line, I mean, if you're getting like 20s, you know, 25 FPS plus an extra fake frame in between, that's like 50, not 60. Oy vey. What Final Fantasy was that with the chocobos that you run around on? Or was that World of Warcraft? Oy. Wow. Yeah, and disabling smearing, blurring, and fuzz effects. Those also eat up compute on the graphics card. So disabling that stuff should make it run better.
Welcome. Please
Go
eat.
ahead, help yourselves.
I mean, maybe I can find a combination of settings that'll actually let it sit at 60 FPS even in the action scenes. But there's significant doubt that I can figure out how to do that before Hardware Unboxed comes out with a video saying what setting does what. But, I mean, it's better than 30. I'll give you that, but it is absolutely not, like, recommended levels for a 2060. Oh, well, at least it didn't tell me that my graphics card was an integrated solution, and I need to enable the dedicated graphics unit. So at least there's that, I guess. Man, that's disappointing. Well, the game looks cool. Needs some work. Be cool, y'all.